this year's sorry, let's start over. This year, baseball has lost one of its most respectable players in history, the captain, Derek Jeter. And I'd like to share with you guys why he is known as the captain and, give you kind of an oversight of why his retirement was such a big deal. We're going to take a look at his life before the pros. We're going to take a look at his career with the Yankees and also his legacy on baseball. In his early life, he was born in New Jersey in 1974, and his family moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan when he was 4 years old. His parents made him sign a behavior contract stating that he cannot use the word can't, and basically just set the tone for how he's allowed to act. Every year he had to sign this contract. In high school, his senior year, he just did outstanding throughout his entire high school career, but his senior year, he batted .508, had 21 walks, 4 home runs, and only struck out one time. He was named the High School Player of the Year by USA Today, the High School Player of the Year by Gatorade, and he was also named High School Player of the Year by the American Baseball Coaches Association. And he was also the #1 prospect, high school prospect for pro baseball. He was then, after his senior year, drafted by the Yankees, who happened to be his favorite team. So he started out as a Yankees fan, got drafted by the Yankees, kind of a dream came true. And in his pro career, he played in the minor leagues from '92 to '94, and he really struggled at first. He had a hard time. He went 0 for 7 in his first at-bats with the Yankees, and he just really struggled throughout the first couple of years. He started progressing and moving up in leagues and started to do really well. And in 1995, Tony Fernandez, the starting shortstop for the Yankees, got injured, and Derek was asked to come up from AAA to fill in, and he didn't do so hot. He had 2 errors in 13 games. He was 0 for his first 5. So they decided to demote him back to the minor leagues for the rest of the season. And then at the beginning of 1996, Tony Fernandez was not the starting shortstop. Joe Torre, this guy here, actually named, he was the manager of the Yankees at the time. He named Jeter the starting shortstop for 1996. And George Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, had Clyde King actually go down and watch Jeter in the first couple of games in spring training. Well, Clyde King came back and told Steinbrenner that he's not ready. He's not ready to play yet in the pros. And this guy here, Brian Cashman, actually convinced George Steinbrenner and Clyde King to let Jeter play and try him out. So he became the first starting shortstop as a rookie for the Yankees since 1968. He was their starting shortstop from '96 to 2014. Jeter earned his stripes with the Yankees. He wasn't just given the name the captain. He earned the name. His stats, his career stats, he batted .310 for his entire career. He had 260 home runs, 3,465 hits. He's all-time leader in 8 categories for batting for the Yankees. So he has many records through the Yankees for his statistics. His awards, some of his awards include AL Rookie of the Year. He was a 14-time All-Star, a 5-time World Series champion, a World Series MVP. He was a 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner, a Roberto Clemente Award winner, a 5-time Silver Slugger, a 5-time Gold Glove. So he has many awards. And you know, he says right here in this picture, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but there are many people that have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. So that's what got him to where he was at in his career. He was also the Yankees captain from 2003 to 2014 when he retired. And I'd like to share how he changed baseball. In the clubhouse, he was one of the biggest leaders all of his career. He was inspiration in the clubhouse, which means that he wasn't just a leader on the field, but he was off the field as well. And everybody looked up to him in the clubhouse. The fans, they have nothing but loyalty and respect for him, for what he's done. He's inspired other players to be more of leaders on the field than just a participant in the game. And also for the kids, you know, for the past 15 years, you look at the World Series, Little League World Series, and they interview the kids, ask them, who's your favorite player? 90% of them say Derek Jeter. So he's been a real inspiration for the kids. The captain, you know, he's one of the most respectable players in all of history, just for what he's accomplished and how he's, you know, led not only the Yankees but other players. And this guy entered as a Yankee fan and left as a Yankee, and just absolute legend. There's nobody that will ever fill his shoes.